It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, who has been taking out the time to watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and leave the comments. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Pass the word, encourage others to subscribe to the channel, become part of the About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. Alright, so you got Sunday, December 5th, Gervanta Tank Davis versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Now, we're going to talk about this because, see, some of y'all out there really think that this guy, Cruz, and again, this is no disrespect towards Isaac Cruz, but this is his lottery ticket. He's relatively unknown. Not too many people heard of him or knew of him until now. And he was brought in as a last-minute replacement to to replace Rolly Romero. But based on my research and things that I've done about Isaac Cruz is that he's a gym rat. He stays in the gym. So he's always ready. And I'm going to be honest, this is one of the things that I say. If you're a professional fighter and you know it's your job to stay ready, then you should never be too far off of weight. You should never, blow up to the point, where you 20 pounds, or so, overweight. So now when you go into training camp, you got to focus on, making weight and your strategy for the fight and things of that nature. That's why I always say, guys like Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley at a point, even Oscar De La Hoya at a point, like fighters like that, they were always in fight shape. Jaron Ennis is always in fight shape. And I speak about these guys because when Gervanta Davis makes an example out of Isaac Cruz, I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh, he was a last-minute replacement. Because I don't hear nobody saying that now. Is nobody never say these things, until after the fight. Because see, Gervanta Davis, he don't, Tank don't get credit for being able to box. A lot of people don't give him credit for that. But up until Canelo fought Caleb Plant, Gervanta Davis' last 3 fights were better than Canelo's last 2 performances. Straight up. Y'all can disagree if y'all want, but it's a fact. Up until Canelo fought Caleb Plant, because that's the best Canelo looked. And and I'm not saying that he looked bad in those other fights, but I'm just saying they wasn't nothing to brag or talk about. Or when Tank knocked out Leo Santa Cruz, that was a lot of people thought knockout of the year. Stop Barrios. When he stopped Barrios, people said the same thing about that. And if you had to try to gauge like his last 3 performances, if y'all, even though he stopped Gamboa, but people can make that, question, because people were saying even though he stopped Gamboa late in the fight, he should have stopped him sooner because Gamboa was older. That don't mean nothing. If that's the case, y'all could have said that when Floyd fought Canelo. Canelo was the younger guy. Floyd was close to his 40s. And he embarrassed Canelo. So what I'm saying is that I'm looking for Gervanta Davis to give a star-studded performance. I think that Isaac Cruz is going to give a good enough showing of himself, but it's going to still prove that he has a ways to go and he's not ready for that top level opposition. Because Gervanta Davis is on a different level. Whether people want to admit it or not, He is a draw. He's a major attraction. You know, like he fought in Atlanta a few times, and Atlanta is not really, is not historically known for boxing. But he sold out. Yeah, a few people showed up to see Barrios, you know what I'm saying? But they were the main it was Tank. They showed up to see him. When he fought Santa Cruz, I would say that was about balance, because Leo got like a country following him. But Tank has a huge following. People love to see this kid fight. I like to see him fight. I always told people that Gervonta Davis was a really good boxer, and he does not get credit for his boxing skill. He don't get credit for it. And I guess that's because the way, he looks so good when he knocking these people out, and people just think that he just like some little mini Mike Tyson and just, but no, Gervonta Davis actually has boxing skill. Y'all need to go back and look at some of this kid's fights and watch him display his boxing ability. He can box. He can box. He's undefeated for a reason. And now he's becoming one of the most marketable fighters in boxing, period. He is. A lot of people don't want to admit it, and again, see, we get caught up in this thing where it's certain fighters that we like. And so because we like the fighter, we favor them no matter what the situation is. We favor them all the time. There's a lot of fighters that, I don't particularly like, but I give them their credit. I don't particularly like Canelo, but Canelo is the biggest draw in boxing. And he has, since he lost to Floyd, he has not lost since, and he has capitalized on everything that came his way, as he was supposed to. And that's why I was making mention about, even the situation with Teofimo Lopez, thinking because he had those belts, that meant that he was the man, that he could dictate and do this, that, and the third. No, you have to be marketable. Canelo could be beltless right now and people will still pay to see him to fight. Tank could be beltless right now and people will still pay to see him to fight, because it takes time to build someone up into a draw, into an attraction. You have to be built up into that. That's a process. It's not like you just win the belts and now all of a sudden everybody want to see you. It don't work that way. And Gervonta Davis was built up into an attraction. Leonard Ellerbe, Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather, the Team Davis, GTD promo. They all have done a great job with his career and how they have brought him along. You cannot deny that. Whether you like him or don't like him, you cannot deny the fact that they have done an outstanding job with his career and the way that they have brought him along. And now, this is why he is the attraction that he is. This is why he is one of the biggest sellers. I'm telling you, he can put them asses in the seats and give you a good show when you come to see. You won't be disappointed. Now, am I saying that at some point he may have a fight where the critics may feel like he didn't look all that good in? Every fighter has those kind of fights where you get the win, but someday you may call it an ugly win, or I got the win, didn't look good doing it. Like even Tevin Farmer said, like, look, the main thing is to get the win. If I gotta be boring or look boring getting the win, then I'll be boring, as long as I get the win. So that's what people gotta understand. The name of the game is to win. However you win. And right now, Gervonta Davis is winning. This is a hell of an opportunity for Isaac Cruz. It is. And now, after this fight with Tank, I'm pretty sure he'll get many other fights now, because now people are going to know who he is. Because, like I said before, he was relatively unknown. How many of y'all actually really knew about Isaac Cruz up until, he replaced Rolly Romero to fight Tank? Like, be honest. A lot of people didn't know about Isaac Cruz. But Now, Tank, by his own admission, said that he felt like the fight would be harder because he's used to fighting bigger guys that's taller than him. So he feel like because Cruz is actually shorter than him, because Tank is not that tall either. So, and he feel like, he said he has to like punch down and things like that. But I think, Cruz is going to do what he usually do in fights. He has one style of fighting. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of fighters with these one-dimensional styles. And Cruz is one. And if y'all have, if y'all didn't know about him before he was scheduled to fight Tank, and then y'all started looking at footage on him, I knew about him before then. So I watched a few of his fights, and he fights the same way. He just, his arms are relatively short, but he just charges forward and try to apply pressure. He wings shots. He got punches that he wings. He like to loop and wing his shots. And if you winging them shots and Tank comes shooting straight down the middle, or he go to wing a shot and then Tank shoot that beautiful left uppercut, same one he knocked out Santa Cruz with. Now, I will say this: I haven't seen Isaac Cruz get hurt, but I know he gets winded. He gets winded, and that's because of his style of fighting. After a certain amount of rounds, 6 rounds or so, 5 rounds, he starts to get winded because his style. He comes forward really fast, and he's winging his punches. He like to loop his punches, and he just comes forward. His chance at winning, I'm just being honest, just based on my observation, his chance of winning is he's just going to have to, because this is the only way he fights, is just come forward with pressure and just hope to land something. But Tank can actually box. He know how to utilize the ring. He can use the ring. He know where he is at all times in there. If his back is against the ropes, he know how to get out of that. And look for Isaac Cruz to do that. He's going to try to pressure Tank because he can't fight backing up. See, a lot of fighters can't fight backing up, and people don't notice it, especially if they never lost and if they knocking a lot of people out and doing certain things. We only see the spectacular things that they do. We only see the knockouts. We don't look at their style as a whole and look at like, oh, okay, this is a flaw, and if they fight this person, they'll get exposed. We don't look at things like that. A lot of us don't. As critics, sometimes we don't. It's the reality. But I'm telling y'all, this kid, he's not a boxer. He's not a boxer. He's a brawler / banger, pressure fighter. He comes forward only. He cannot fight backing up. He's going to try to pressure Tank, try to cut the ring off and force Tank back against the rope and then try to get off on him. But that's where it could be dangerous, fatal for Cruz by doing that. Because Tank, remember when he knocked out Santa Cruz, but Santa Cruz, he was against the ropes. And Tank had him pinned and was, you see how he set the shot up and boom, it came from out of nowhere. Boom. I'm telling you, it's going to be, listen, I got Tank stopping this guy inside 10 rounds. I got Tank stopping him or knocking him out inside 10 rounds. Straight up. This fight is not going to, in my opinion, listen, it could. I'm not saying that it won't, but I'm just giving my views. I feel like Tank is going to, he's going to stop this guy. He's going to look good doing it. He may receive some criticism behind it, so, if he does, I mean, it's almost like it's a double-edged sword for Tank. He damned if he do, he damned if he don't. If he beat this guy but don't look good doing it, then everybody going to say Tank got exposed and now it's this and now it's that, or what are you going to do against this person? What are you going to do against that person? But then if he, knock the guy out in dramatic fashion, look good, and the next thing everybody gonna be saying, he wouldn't have did that to Rolly, he took the, Bull took the fight at the last minute, this, that, and the third, and all that. So I don't know. This fight could be like a double-edged sword. You know what I mean, for Tank. But either way, I'm looking forward to seeing that fight. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I'm looking forward to seeing Jalil Hackett fight again. Jalil Hackett is a young guy. And I'm telling you, y'all need to pay attention to this kid. I'm telling y'all need to pay attention to this kid. Pay attention to Jalil Hackett. Pay attention to Jalil Hackett. This kid is good, and I'm trying to tell y'all, he's going to be a future champion. You know, he made his pro debut in June. He had his second professional fight October 29th, and now he's fighting on Gervonta Davis undercard. But I'm telling y'all, this kid is something to look out for. Y'all want to look out for this kid, and y'all want to pay attention, you know. And so if y'all get a chance to catch that fight, even if y'all want to see all the other fights, just the main event or co-main event, whatever the case is, look out for that kid Jalil Hackett and watch him. Y'all will not be disappointed. But Sunday, December 5th, is our Cruz versus Gervanta Tank Davis. I want to know all y'all thoughts. I want to know everything y'all think about the fights. I shared mine. Now come on, share y'all's with me, and let's keep talking about this thing. And then we'll see what's what. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell. And I'm gonna get up with y'all after the fight weekend, because you got Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz Saturday, and then you got Tank, the pay-per-view fight, Sunday, Staples Center. So don't miss it. Drop the comments, subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, and let me know what y'all think. Is our Cruz versus Gervonta Tank Davis? If Tank wins and look good doing it, he gonna get the criticism, y'all think? And if he win but don't look good doing it, do y'all think he gonna get the criticism? I say either way, yeah, he gonna be criticized. But again, I'm looking forward to it. Rashawn's About Time Boxing, RBTB. We out.